As a Christian, it's essential to critically evaluate the ideology and policies of liberal Democrats to determine whether they align with biblical values. Unfortunately, a thorough examination reveals several reasons why Christians cannot trust liberal Democrats. One primary reason is their stance on abortion. Liberal Democrats have consistently supported and promoted the right to abortion, which is in direct conflict with the biblical teaching that all human life is sacred and created in the image of God. The Bible clearly states that God knows us before we are formed in the womb and that He has a plan for each life. Jeremiah 1:5, Psalm 139, 30-14. Abortion is a grave injustice that denies the most vulnerable members of society their right to life. Liberal Democrats' unwavering support for abortion is a stark reminder that they do not share the same values as Christians. Furthermore, their efforts to expand access to abortion and force Christians to participate in or fund the practice through their businesses or tax dollars is a blatant disregard for religious freedom. Another reason Christians cannot trust liberal Democrats is their radical redefinition of marriage and family. The Bible teaches that marriage is a sacred institution between one man and one woman and that children are a blessing from God. Genesis 2:24, Psalm 127, 3-5. Liberal Democrats, on the other hand, have actively worked to redefine marriage to include same-sex unions and have promoted policies that undermine the traditional family structure. They have also supported the indoctrination of children in public schools with LGBTQ+ ideology, which is contrary to biblical teachings. In addition, liberal Democrats have demonstrated a lack of commitment to religious freedom, which is a fundamental right enshrined in the Constitution. They have consistently attempted to restrict the free exercise of religion, particularly for Christians, through laws and regulations that force individuals and businesses to participate in activities that violate their conscience. The example of Baker Jack Phillips, who was sued for refusing to create a custom wedding cake for a same-sex wedding, is a stark illustration of the liberal Democrats' disregard for religious freedom. Liberal Democrats have also shown a troubling tendency to undermine the moral fabric of society by promoting values that are antithetical to Christianity. They have advocated for policies that encourage promiscuity, such as comprehensive sex education and the distribution of contraceptives to minors. They have also promoted a culture of hedonism and self-indulgence, which is contrary to the biblical values of humility, self-control, and selflessness. The Bible teaches that Christians are called to be salt and light in a corrupt world, to uphold the standards of righteousness and justice. Matthew 5:13-16. Liberal Democrats, on the other hand, seem to be more interested in conforming to the whims of popular culture than in upholding timeless moral principles. Finally, liberal Democrats have demonstrated a disturbing willingness to use government power to silence dissenting voices and suppress opposing viewpoints. They have used tactics such as boycotts, protests, and even violence to intimidate and marginalize those who disagree with them. This is particularly concerning for Christians, who are called to proclaim the gospel and stand up for their faith in the face of persecution. Matthew 10:1-2, 1 Peter 3:14-17. The Bible teaches that Christians are to be bold and unapologetic in their witness, but liberal Democrats seem determined to create a culture of fear and intimidation that stifles free speech and open debate. In conclusion, as a Christian, it's clear that liberal Democrats do not share the same values or principles as those found in the Bible. Their stance on abortion, redefinition of marriage and family, lack of commitment to religious freedom, promotion of morally bankrupt values, and willingness to silence dissenting voices all demonstrate a profound disconnect between liberal Democrats and biblical Christianity. As a result, Christians cannot trust liberal Democrats to uphold the values and principles that are essential to their faith. Instead, they must remain vigilant and engaged, working to promote a culture that reflects the timeless truths of Scripture and upholds the dignity and worth of every human life.